Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. You may have noticed that Warcraft Rumble got patched this week. Actually, it got patched twice already this week. First on March 13th, although that was optional, you had to actually go and actively download it from the Play Store. And then again on March 15th, so today. And today's patch was a forced update, so everyone should have been patched by now. So, two patches to Warcraft Rumble, but what did they even contain? You downloaded like more than a gigabyte of stuff, and what did you get? Warcraft Rumble is notorious for having incomplete patch notes. There were some patch notes about these patches. The first one was published on Blizzard's website about March 13th patch, saying, addressed an issue that would cause the game to crash on Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 devices. I don't have one of those, so I can't test that. And load time optimizations. I have tried to check for load time optimizations with a stopwatch, launching the client, launching the maps. I can't see a difference, but that's on my device. Obviously, there are lots of devices that this game is run on, and on some of those it might work better now. On mine it actually works a little worse now, because now sometimes it just doesn't load and then I have to force shut it down and then launch it again. Yeah, but anyway, optimizations. And then today's patch. And for this one, we only have a couple of notes on the community Discord from Estra, the community manager, rolled out a hotfix today to address the following. Fixed a bug where minis couldn't be deployed near captured meaning stones in matches with the Stonebite modifier. Okay, so PvP stuff. Gadget gem map is now back in rotation, so back in PvP rotation, PvP stuff again. Fixed an issue where the whalebugs do not take damage from dragon towers after hatching in PvP, another PvP change. And then one change that's not, well, it's also PvP change, but affects other people as well. Fixed an issue with lower ranked leaders offering crests when it should be based on the highest ranked leader. So this was the nice trick that you could use to get the new mini as soon as possible. If you had any low ranked leaders, you played those first at the start of the season, and you would get crests with them as long as you didn't touch your higher ranked leaders. Now, well, technically the same thing still works, but now you would have to tank an entire family down in order to get crests at the start of the season. But we're already mid-season now, so doesn't make much of a difference for this season, but something to keep in mind for the next one. So those were all the patch notes that we have, but people have noticed a whole bunch of stuff about the patch other than what's told in the patch notes, as is usual for Rumble. In addition to Crest, they also removed another player-friendly feature, which actually then was a bug, which was that army upgrade options. When you go in to reroll your arm slots, then you were able to just change these options without spending energy to actually do the reroll, because you could, for example, change the position of your minis, you could add a talent or remove a talent, you could even just reload the games or even play a quest or pretty much do anything and the options would change. But now they do not, they are set in stone. So you will have to reroll until you actually get the option that you want, because there are always 5 options available for these leaders, and for each slot you're only displayed 3 of them at a time. So now it's back to rerolling a little bit. But at least the reroll cost was lowered to 50 some time ago, so it doesn't cost 250 anymore. Then there are some funny things going on with the graphics. For example, the sword symbols on a map showing that you have completed these heroic zones are now very, very shiny. And then the screenshot on the left, which is, yeah, it's a little bit of a foggy Kashok map, I think. So, yeah. On some resolutions, the maps become so foggy that you can't see anything. And that seems to be a resolution issue, because you can reproduce that on emulators, and on emulators you can change the game resolution. And when you make the resolution bigger, then the foggier and foggier it gets until you can see nothing. And when you make the resolution a little bit smaller, then you start to see things. However, some tablets, for example, I have heard a lot of iPad users in particular, well, they can't change the resolution of the game, and the natural resolution of the tablet might be so accurate that then it just enters this fog land. Yeah, a little bit of things like this. Another thing that's gone a little bit awry is this heroic progress indicator. So getting that rare core, it used to show you that this would be, for example, 10 out of 25, so progress towards being able to claim that rare core, but that progress indicator is now gone. It got lost in the patch. And you may have also noticed that there's a lot of red on your map right now, depending on your progress, but don't worry about that. That's just a side effect of the average army level now being shown without the army bonus slot effect included. So if you have a full golden army, then the average level that's shown is actually full 3 levels below what it should be. But this is visual only. You see on the map that, hey, okay, all these fights are now red, but they're not actually red. Your army levels are still perfectly fine. If you go into a fight, then your base level is still determined by your actual army levels. So nothing is harder, even though many things now appear in red. And I do have a bit of a theory on where this error may have appeared from, because they fixed this one. This is the indicator of bonus levels. When you go look at your mini, okay, where are all these mini levels coming from? Well, from talents, from rarity, and now it correctly displays the bonus levels from army upgrades. Previously, army upgrades was always 0 out of 3 for all equipped minis, no matter what the army slot was actually like. But now this view shows the correct levels, and then the army average level view shows the wrong levels. Well, you win some and you lose some. And in preparing this video, I scored through Reddit and community Discord to see what else people have found, and this one caught my eye. I have not been able to test this myself because I haven't had that bug, but this claims that after exactly 110 days, the bug preventing people from accessing the guild screen is finally solved. For a group of players, whenever you press the guild button, the game would crash, and it's finally solved. So, okay. They have corrected some bugs, they have introduced a bunch of new bugs, and they removed a couple of pretty player-friendly features which turned out to be bugs. So that's what happened with the patch. Also, I don't know. Tell me, have you experienced load time optimizations on your device? Because I checked mine with a stopwatch comparing to my old recorded footage, and I could not find any load time optimizations on my device, but that does not mean that other devices wouldn't be better off now. So let me know how that worked out for you, and this is all I know so far about this patch, and we are going to figure out results of this patch in the days to come as well, because that's half the Rumble experience. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.